Hey guys, this is Clinton Jeff from ZoomIGuysCJ.com, and this is a quick overview of the LG Optimus Black that we have in for review. The LG Optimus Black is a pretty slim little device. You can see right there. It's supposed to be 9.2 millimeters slim. There's a 4-inch Nova display, as they called it, which is supposed to be the brightest display ever on a mobile phone. It's an LCD screen, so you get what you get. The blacks are not deep enough though from what we noticed, but you can check out the blog post for that. It runs Android 2.2 Froyo, which is a bit of a missed opportunity, but there is LG's custom home launcher and UI, which is pretty decent, I guess. Of course, users of TouchWiz might not like it, but there is a lot of functionality in there. Apart from that, it runs a 1 GHz processor with 512 MB of RAM, and the camera on the back is quite capable. It can take video at 720p at 30 frames per second, but it also takes 5 megapixel images, which is pretty decent. There's a single mono loudspeaker right there that you can see, and a single LED flash. The camera quality isn't that amazing, but it's okay, it's average, I guess. Apart from that, there's Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi Direct, which is very cool. There's also 2 GB of memory included in the device with a 2 GB card also. And it plays DivX out of the box, and there's flash support in the web browser. So yeah, your typical Android package, I guess. At the top of the Optimus Black, you have the 3.5mm jack and the USB port, which can also be used to charge the device, and has a nice little sliding protector right there. And the power button, which is used to switch on the screen or lock the screen also. There's a gesture button here, which is very cool. We'll show you that in action. And the volume key is right there. Nothing else apart from that. There's no key here, which is kind of a missed opportunity for a nice dedicated camera key. But yeah, nothing too bad. So checking out the UI, that's this home screen right there that you just saw. You can add a widget, simple enough. You can just tap and hold, and the little widget UI comes up where you can add new things. If you want to add bookmarks, for example, you can look at that very cool little UI right there that you can add somewhere. And you notice that there are these grids all over the screen where you can place a widget or move a widget, for example, if you want to. So that is pretty cool. Apart from that, let's go back a little bit. Going back, you can also edit the menu, which is very cool. You can edit the menu layout into pages where you can swipe like an iOS-ish style right there. There's also the list format where you can list all your apps according to alphabets, which is pretty okay, but we prefer the category view, which is the standard UI of Android. You can also tap on a little category right there to open and collapse each category. There's applications by default and a downloads category right there. Going back again, you can also pinch to zoom out of the home screen to view all your home screens together. This is basically the same that we saw on the Optimus 2X before it. Nothing major new. Moving on, the dialer is pretty cool. The buttons are nice and large. The contacts are also basically what you would expect at this stage. There are tabs for each contact field right there, a history of interactions with the contact, photos from their social networking sites if you've added them, and yeah, basically what you're used to. Apart from that, what else can I show you right there? There's the gallery, which is very cool. The gallery is basically your typical Android UI for the gallery right there, but you can press and hold the gesture button to scroll between the oops, let me try and get it right there. Yeah, you can zoom in and use the gesture button to look around, or zoom out, and you can also press and hold the gesture button to move to different it's not moving, it's not working right now. But yeah, the gesture button right there will help you scroll through images. It doesn't seem to be working here, but yeah, you can scroll through images and such. and also in the web browser using the gesture button right there by just tilting the device. But again, like you saw, it works in some cases, it doesn't work in some cases also. So yeah, coming to the web browser, if I can get to the web browser, you can see that the web browser works pretty fine. It loads up everything as fast as you would assume on any Android phone. Our internet's a bit slow right now, but actually loading websites is fast enough. There's also Flash support, so you can play back files just fine from the web browser itself. Don't expect to play back 720 video or any HD video though on the web browser, because it's still a single core processor. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically the whole UI and the web browser and basically everything. There's also the notifications bar that you can see right there, which has quick toggles and a music player menu and your notifications right there. So yeah, that's basically the LG Optimus Black. As we mentioned before, it's a pretty classy little phone. The package is very nice, the build quality is very good. That's something that we were very impressed with. Something that's worth noting though is that the video has a kind of funny aspect ratio when you record it in 720p. The blacks are good, but they're not as deep as an AMOLED screen. That's something worth mentioning. There's no camera key again, and the phone, unfortunately for the phone, is stuck on Android 2.2 Froyo, which is a real missed opportunity for the phone. But yeah, it runs Android 2.2 Froyo, and LG has said that it will eventually get Gingerbread, but there's no confirmed date. Alternatives include the HTC Desire S, I guess, the Galaxy S, the original Galaxy S. The Sony Ericsson Arc is also a pretty good alternative to this, since it also boasts Bravia LCD unit like the Innova display on the Optimus Black here. But apart from that, nothing much in the single core segment that can compete with this. Of course, you could always go dual core and get an Optimus 2X instead, but yeah, that's basically it. Check out the detailed post on zomyguycg.com. If you have any questions, do let us know in the comment section below.